Happy New Year! It's 2021, everyone. Welcome to Kurt's Creatures. It's Kurt here again. Today, I just want to say Happy New Year. I'm so glad 2020 is in the past and now we can move forward. I don't think it can get much worse than last year, so 2021 just has one job. It doesn't even have to be the best year ever. It just has to be better than 2020. So not real much big expectations out of 2021 other than ready to start getting back to where we can travel around and get to do things. I would love to go to some reptile shows, go visit a couple of people like Tony over at Hardwired Exotics. Can't wait to go meet him in person and spend some time with him. Go hang out over at the Reptarium with Brian Barchek and Noah. I really want to have a smoke session with Noah and MJ over at MJ Exotics Cartal. He does trap talk sessions, podcast, amazing guys. I'd love to get them together and have a good smoke session with them. Maybe that's a big plan for 2021. Don't know if it'll happen or not, but definitely on the agenda. Big plans for 2021. Not really going to go into all of that on this video. This was basically just a Happy New Year video. I wanted to show off one of my animals that I've been working with kind of behind the scenes for the last few months. It's an animal that most people say is a very hard animal to tame, a very hard animal reptile to keep. Probably one of the worst pet reptiles you could probably have. Reason being for a few things. He gets really, really big. So your average enclosure will not work for this animal. You'll probably need its own room or its own yard or a big area that it's going to need. It's also going to need a big swimming pool or a big area to swim in. It needs a lot of UV lighting and basking areas and high temperatures around 125 degrees. Combine all this together, it's very hard to come up with an enclosure for this animal. So as a pet reptile, I don't recommend it, but for someone that is a reptile keeper or has a very big area or very big, huge enclosures to be able to keep such reptiles, then I would definitely recommend it to put into a collection. It is a very beautiful reptile, and I am speaking about the Nile Monitor lizard. These lizards get to be between 6 and 8 foot, so we're talking humongous, huge lizards. They have a very big appetite. They're normally not very well known for being handled very well. You definitely want to get it as a baby and work with it a lot. There's a lot of techniques and tricks that you can use to work with Nile monitors, water monitors, savanna monitors, animals that are real flighty, real scared, skittish. As babies they get scared, so they want to flee away all the time. They're not very good handleable animals. So I'm going to show you a couple of tips and tricks that you can use along the way if you decide to get you a Nile monitor or one of these harder to handle, so to speak, reptiles. There's a lot of tricks that you can use. A few of them, definitely give a big shout out to Kevin McCurley over at Nerd. He's got a lot of videos going back decades on how to tame your animal, your reptile, how to build a relationship with your reptiles, and those tips and tricks. And back in the day, people used to say Kevin McCurley was crazy, like some of the animals that he would keep and some of the things that he would try to do, and they say, man, he's crazy. Well, now they go to him because he's known as the reptile whisperer. So definitely, like I said, it's not your average recommendation as a pet to get a Nile Monitor lizard, but if you're, like I said, if you're a reptile enthusiast and you have researched and made arrangements to be able to keep that Nile Monitor safely, and then yeah, by all means, get you a Nile Monitor. Start working with it early. You'll want to have short interactions with it. Me, I put a shirt inside its enclosure so that way it can get my body smell all the time, gets to know my smell. I go over to the cage. I have short, small interactions with him. I don't look him directly in the eyes because they look you in the eyes. They're very intelligent lizards, so I don't look him in the eye. I kind of just cover my eyes like this so I can still see, but he can't really see my eyeballs. I do a little 30-second interaction. For a couple of weeks I did that. Then I started putting my hand inside the enclosure. I'd turn my head away, put my hand over my eyes, covered up a little bit, and I would just kind of rub his belly a little bit, touch his back, get him used to me touching him. I did that for a few weeks. Like I said, I've been doing this behind the scenes for months. I'm working with this animal every day. I keep looking over at his cage. I work with him every day. Now I can get to the point where I can take him out. He'll let me hold him, pet him, rub his ears, press his tail. If he does start to get a little bit skittish, just raise him above my head. Turn my head away. I don't have to really look at him very much. Sometimes he'll jump down and he'll jump onto my back and he'll run around and on my arm and things like that. Like I said, I'm open and transparent with everyone, so I'm not going to say that he's perfectly tame and he's a puppy dog and he doesn't try to jump off of me and run around and get away. He does. Now this is such a cute little guy. Working with this guy. See, I pet his ears. He gets those slow little tongue flickers. Kind of let you know he's calming down a little bit with those slow tongue flickers. You're just smelling around, seeing what's going on. These guys are super smart, very smart guys. They know what's going on. We're gonna go ahead and put him back. These are just things that you have to work through and work with. You know, I don't try to restrict him. I don't hold him real tight or anything like that. I have positive short interactions with him, and then I put him back in his cage. I do that daily. So after months and months, and still have months and months to go working with this Nile Monitor, years to go working with him, I plan to have him where I can at least be able to not have him shred me up when he gets bigger, because they'll put you in the hospital with some stitches. They have very sharp claws. They will tear you up if they want to. They're like the velociraptor of lizards. They're about the same size as a velociraptor, and about the same almost temperament as a velociraptor. I might be kind of exaggerating a little bit, but mine is not real bitey. He's still a baby. Like I said, I'm just working with him all the time, and I hope to be able to show you him in future videos and show you how he's coming along as he grows up with us here, and then also into the big walk-in enclosures and things like that I have planned to build for this Nile Monitor. And that's about it for this episode at Kurt's Creatures. It's been a pleasure. Happy New Year. Happy 2021, y'all. And be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notifications bell. Leave some comments down below what you think about Nile Monitor lizards. And we hope to see you again for another episode at Kurt's Creatures. Y'all have a blessed 2021. Thank you.